Hey everyone, the day has finally arrived. It's my 40th birthday today. And my original plan for today was to give you a tour of my past 4 decades with photos. But it turns out that I was born before the digital camera age, which is good because the only pictures I have that are cute are when I was a very little child, which encompasses my first decade, of course, and I hardly remember anything about it. I think I had a good life and a good childhood. I don't have bad memories and I have a lot of good fun memories. The second decade that I moved into was when I turned awkward and all the pictures were really bad and very few. That is good because I do remember some weird clothes and hairdos. And I remember being an awkward teenager. I had friends, I had some fun, but I also had the typical teenage, I hate the world, I hate life depression thing. I was obsessed with dancing and partying. I didn't drink alcohol, which is a fun fact, because I kept dancing till 5 o'clock in the morning, but I never drank. I was busy dancing. And on the other side, when I was not dancing, hanging out with friends, I was obsessed with television and movies. So I was watching so many movies and so much TV, it's not even funny. I ended my second decade with living abroad and finding out what I wanted to be. And I came back to start my third decade, my 20s, to study. And that's what I did all my 20s. I studied for 10 years. I have 2 degrees, one in teaching and one in English literature. And I just basically enjoyed studying. But the best part about studying was that you could have a lot of free time and do whatever you wanted. So while I was studying teaching, I was very active and busy competing in aerobics. Yes, you can compete in aerobics. I was part of a 12-person team and we were pretty good because we're German champions. So I bet you didn't know that about me. My second studies for literature, I stopped doing so much sports. I moved to Hanover and I fell in love for the first time really bad. So the second half of my 20s was basically spent hanging out with my boyfriend and all my other friends and just having fun. The decade that ends today is my 4th decade, and in my 30s I was supposed to start life. I finished university. I wanted to start a career, start a family, only to find out that none of those happened. I was bullied out of a job that I really wanted in my early 30s, and then the love of my life left me. So I was in a pretty unhappy space. I dove into work. I didn't have a career job, I just had jobs that I worked 3 to be honest, and I was distracted or kept myself busy so as not to think about how shitty my life was at that moment. And once I started feeling better, I started to think about what I wanted to do and I started teaching, and it turned out that that teaching job was horrible as well. I was really underpaid and I had to travel a lot and I didn't like it. So in the mid-30s, so my mid-30s, life started to change because I quit that job again, started another job, and I started my YouTube channel. And so the second half of my 30s was a lot better. I wasn't so sad and pitiful anymore. I didn't feel that the world hated me. I really had a lot more fun and I felt better about myself again and about my friends. I'm so happy I have all my friends because without them I don't know if I would be here today, let's be honest. But with everything that's going on, I'm having a very positive outlook for my 40s because I have no idea what's going to happen. I still don't have the career job that I was thinking I would get when I started my 30s. I still don't have the family that I wanted to start with my 30s, and I'm not really expecting to start one in my 40s, but who knows? Never say never, right? So that's basically it. I'm sorry I don't have any pictures, but I wanted to keep the mostly embarrassing ones for myself. Thank you all for watching and being part of my YouTube experience, and I hope you will stay for another decade, maybe. I don't know how long I'm doing this, but as long as you're here, I'll probably be here too. Bye bye.